Imagine this, it's 2015 and One Direction is on top of the world. They've just announced Made in the AM, their fifth and final album before the hiatus. The first single, Drag Me Down, was a massive hit, bringing the boys back into the spotlight. But then came Infinity, a promotional single just as the album was announced. It was a song so beautifully crafted, with an unforgettable chorus. Fans fell in love with it instantly. It felt like a perfect anthem, a song that could accompany their journey into this new chapter of their career. But one thing was missing, the one thing that every fan was waiting for at that moment, the music video. So let's get into it. Where is the lost Infinity music video? Infinity was a crucial track for One Direction. It was released as a promotional single from Made in the AM following the success of Drag Me Down. The song was immediately adored by fans for its uplifting yet bittersweet tone. It had beautiful lyrics like, "How many nights does it take to count the stars? That's the time it would take to fix my heart," and resonated deeply with the fans. It definitely captured the emotional part of moving forward while still holding on to the past. So it was beautiful at that time of One Direction's career. And many fans at that time speculated that Infinity was about Zayn's departure from the band, though the lyrics could be interpreted in many ways. Regardless of the meaning, it was clear that the song was adored by many fans. It definitely stood out with its powerful instrumentation, blending rock influences with pop in a way the band hadn't done before. It felt like a goodbye, a love song to the fans, and a perfect track to close out the band's journey before their hiatus. Harry and Louis said in the Made in the AM interview they loved the song. Harry even said it's one of the best they have on the album.
Banger, epic banger, yeah. That was another one that we played on the first day of writing, and for me, like that's like the most epic song that we've got. Like it just, to listen to it from top to bottom, it's a really it's a real song to be proud of that we've done. So
I think it's one of the best that we have, and it's like a moment, and I think it says a lot.
But as the whole album got released, Infinity started to lose its glaze in comparison to the other beautiful tracks Made in the AM. While Drag Me Down and Perfect dominated the charts, Infinity quietly sat in the background, overshadowed by the other singles. To make matters even worse, Payne, where many fans discovered songs from Made in the AM and One Direction in general, had given rise to the popularity of What a Feeling, a track that seemed to capture more of the band's playful, upbeat energy. And Infinity, therefore, with its melancholic tone, didn't have the same viral potential, and it slowly faded into the background of the band's final album. But it wasn't just the song's commercial reception that caused a concern among fans, it was the announcement that Infinity would be the last single before the band's hiatus. Liam made this statement on Twitter, but it didn't sit well with many Directioners. Fans were vocal about their disappointment, and a shift began to take place. They didn't want Infinity to be the closing chapter for One Direction, they wanted another song, History, to carry that weight. For them, History felt like the perfect farewell, a song that combined everything the band had stood for over the last years. And at this point, fans had learned an important lesson from the Project No Control movement. They had discovered just how much power they had in determining what song became singles. The fans had a voice, and they were ready to use it. By the way, I made a video about Project No Control too. It's a bit older, but you can check it out if you want. It's linked in the video description. So, Directioner rallied behind History, begging for it to be the final single instead of Infinity. The argument was simple. History felt like the true end of the road for One Direction, and the song, with its nostalgic lyrics, seemed to perfectly represent the legacy of One Direction. And so, in response to the fans' outcry, the band's management made a surprising decision. The 1D account posted an announcement confirming that, due to the fans' reaction, History would be released as the final single. And the fans were happy. It felt like a victory for Directioners, proving that their voices could still shape the band's narrative even in its final moments. The History music video followed, and it was everything fans have hoped for. The video was packed with emotional flashbacks showcasing the band's journey from the very beginning, from X Factor auditions to sold-out stadiums at the end of their career. And perhaps most powerfully, the video included moments with Zayn, a bittersweet reminder of the band's original lineup. It was everything One Direction fans had dreamed of, a celebration of their past, a tribute to everything they had built together. At that time, the fans mostly forgot about Infinity as a single. But in early 2016, the first signs came in that there was a music video for it. A journalist leaked videos of the video for Infinity being recorded. They were seen in front of a huge wall of fan artwork surrounded by lights and cameras. The footage, which was later confirmed to be part of the shoot, showed the boys lip-syncing to Infinity. And as the footage spread around the internet, fans were heartbroken. They had seen the boys filming. They had seen the effort, the love, the energy put into this music video. And yet, it seemed like that One Direction was not going to release it. But as we all know, there's no fandom as dedicated as One Direction fans. And when it comes to 1D, their passion knows no bounds. If there was a video for Infinity, they will find it, no matter how. People began theorizing about what might have happened to the video. Was the video never finished, or was something about it that didn't align with the band's image at that time? What was so wrong that the video was never released? But as time went on, it became clear the band was not going to release the video. But the One Direction fans were desperate to see the Infinity video released. Therefore, they made a bold plan on Twitter. They would fake the leak. The idea was simple. If they could convince the management that the video had already surfaced online, maybe they'd be scared into releasing it officially. So Directioner got to work, creating fake video thumbnails for YouTube and flooding Twitter with the hashtag InfinityLeaked. But of course, it didn't work out. The management wasn't fooled and the video remained locked away. So the plan failed. However, as One Direction's 10th anniversary approached, fans hoped the Infinity music video would finally be released. But despite the hype, it didn't happen. But then, the mystery took another turn. Ben Winston, the director of most of One Direction music videos, confirmed the truth. In a tweet, he revealed that the Infinity video was never finished. The band had started filming it, but as we know, then History was used as a single, and therefore the video was never completed. I think it's a hard pill to swallow, knowing that the video exists, but was never finished. So thank you for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this deep dive into One Direction's lost music video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this, and we see us next time. Goodbye.